Before the pyramids, before the empires, before recorded history, there was a nation that forgot its creator. And among them stood one man, a man who preached for 950 years. This is the story of Noah, Nuh A.S., the man who warned his people, the man who built an ark in the desert, the man who witnessed the great flood that reset humanity. Welcome to Diven in the past. Generations after Adam, humanity grew in number. They lived long lives. They were strong, intelligent, and skilled. But slowly, something changed. Among them were righteous men, Wad, Suah, Yaguth, Yauk, and Nasser. When these good men died, people grieved deeply. At first, they made statues to remember them. They said, "We only want to remember their righteousness." But generation after generation, memory turned into reverence. Reverence turned into worship, and worship turned into idolatry. Shaitan whispered, "These statues can bring you closer to God." And thus humanity fell into shirk, associating partners with Allah. Corruption spread, arrogance grew, truth disappeared. And that is when Allah chose a man from among them, Nuh A.S. Nuh A.S. was not an angel. He was not wealthy. He was not powerful. He was simply a man chosen by Allah. He began preaching to his people, "O my people, worship Allah. You have no deity other than Him." He warned them of a terrible punishment. He called them day and night, publicly and privately, softly and firmly. Years passed, decades passed, centuries passed. He preached for 950 years. Imagine that. Nearly 1,000 years of calling people to truth. But what did he receive in return? Mockery, insults, rejection. The leaders said, "We see you nothing but a human like us, and we see only the lowest people following you." They accused him of madness. They covered their ears when he spoke. They put garments over their heads to avoid hearing the truth. Still, he did not stop. He told them, "Seek forgiveness from your Lord. He will send rain upon you in abundance." He promised prosperity. He promised mercy. But arrogance blinded them. After centuries of rejection, Nuh A.S. saw that their hearts would not change. Not only did they refuse to believe, they began misleading others. They warned people, "Do not abandon your gods. Do not abandon Wad or Suah." They became aggressive, cruel, oppressive. Finally, Nuh A.S. made a powerful dua. "My Lord, do not leave upon the earth from the disbelievers even one." It was not a prayer of anger, it was a prayer of justice. Allah revealed to him, "No one will believe except those who have already believed." And then came the command, "Build the ark." Imagine this scene. A prophet in the middle of dry land, no ocean nearby, no river large enough, and he begins building a massive ship. The disbelievers laughed. They passed by him and mocked, "Oh, Nuh, have you become a carpenter now? Where is the water?" But Nuh remained calm. "If you mock us now, we will mock you later." Day after day, year after year, the ark grew, massive, strong, divinely guided. Then came the final sign. Allah told him, "When the oven overflows, it is the signal." One day, water began bursting from the earth, from places never seen before. The sky darkened, clouds gathered, rain poured down like never before. The earth erupted, water surged from the ground, rain fell from the heavens. The two waters met, mountains disappeared beneath waves, the ark began to float. Inside were the believers and pairs of animals. Outside, chaos, screams, desperation. Among those outside was Noah's own son. He stood on a mountain. Noah called to him, "O my son, come aboard with us and do not be with the disbelievers." But his son replied, "I will seek refuge on a mountain to protect me from the water." Noah answered, "There is no protector today from the decree of Allah except whom he gives mercy." A wave came between them, and he drowned. Even prophets cannot save those who reject faith. The rain stopped. The earth was commanded, "Swallow your water." The sky was told, "Hold back." The ark came to rest upon Mount Judi. Silence filled the world. The arrogant nation was gone. A new beginning had begun. Noah and the believers stepped onto earth, a purified world. Humanity would now descend from the survivors. This was not just a flood, it was a reset of civilization, a lesson for every generation. The story of Nuh A.S. teaches us patience beyond imagination, perseverance in truth, the danger of arrogance, the consequences of moral corruption, and that guidance comes only from Allah. 950 years of effort, yet only a small group believed. Success is not measured by numbers, it is measured by obedience. The story of Nuh A.S. is mentioned in the Quran again and again, because humanity forgets, and when we forget, history repeats. Will we listen before it is too late? This was Diven in the past. If you want more powerful stories from the depths of history, subscribe, because the past is not dead, it is warning us.